Hello, I'm Brian Noble, CEO of Family Policy Institute of Washington.
And I'm Brad Payne, president of FPIW Action.
A couple of disclaimers before we get started today. Nothing in this video is to be construed as an endorsement of the candidate we're interviewing, nor is it the candidate's endorsement of FPIW nor FPIW Action. It's simply a public service to meet and greet the candidate. Also, this will be recorded and placed on several of our platforms. Welcome.
All
Hi.
right, Jim, I get to ask the first question. It's kind of a three-parter. One, if you just state your name and the position you're running for those that are listening with us today, and then kind of give us a little bit of a background, and then talk about your family.
Okay. Well, as you mentioned, my name is Julie Balmelli-Powe, and I'm running for the Lewis County PUD Commissioner of District 2. A little bit about myself. I'm a third-generation farmer and a wife of 27 years to a wonderful, hardworking man and a wonderful father. And I'm also the proud mom of three very productive, amazing kids. They're, I was sorry. I was born and raised in Lewis County, and I attended Washington State University, where I received my degree, Bachelor of Science degree. And then I returned home to the green pastures of our farm. For the next 38 years, I've worked as an office manager where I've filed reports and made financial decisions. After the flood of 2007, I became deeply involved in several Chehalis Basin organizations and worked with many local, state, and federal agencies, including serving as a local representative for a U.S. Congresswoman. As my children's schedules became more demanding, I stepped back from community service and invested my time in their interests, which were sports and scouting. The Boy Scouts of America program not only helped develop impeccable character and servant leadership skills in my three children, who are all now Eagle Scouts, but it also refined my skills as well. Now, with my children grown, I've turned my focus back to my community. Besides continuing to be involved in BSA leadership, I participated on the Lewis County PUD Citizen Advisory Committee and am currently involved in a community political action group where we're working to promote politics and policies that benefit our community and attempting to keep elected officials accountable to the people.
Excellent. So, what would you say is motivating you to run for office?
Being born and raised in Lewis County has really instilled a true love for my community and appreciation for its values. I have spent hundreds of hours working alongside amazing volunteers to benefit local charities and on dozens of projects to improve our area. What has motivated me to run for office is my concern with the direction our country, our state, and some of our communities are going. I believe change needs to start at the local level. Recently, some actions taken by our local Lewis County PUD has gone against values of my community, which spurred me to jump into the race. The PUD districts are community-owned, locally regulated, and created by a vote of the people. They are run by an elected, nonpartisan board of commissioners who are directly accountable to the voters. The current commissioners have lost sight of their responsibility to their voters, and I'm running to change that. I want a seat on the commission to ensure the voters are represented.
All right. You get the next couple of questions here. One would be to name a couple specific issues or concerns that you have. And then the second would be, what do you hope to accomplish in office if you're elected?
Okay. So we've been very fortunate here to have one of the best public utility districts. For decades, the PUD commissioners governed with the public's best interest in mind. Unfortunately, over the last several years, there's been decisions made that were neither fiscally responsible or transparent, which have negatively impacted our community. The decision that triggered my run was the mandate of smart meters. The public was not made aware of this decision by the PUD board until after it was made, and then the PUD attempted to execute it on the down low. Once people found out and began to protest, the PUD doubled down and said, everyone's getting one, period. Some that protested even further were told that if they refused to take it, they would shut their power off. I'm running to bring back accountability to the voters. As a commissioner, I will make every effort to keep the public informed about upcoming votes. I will fight for complete transparency, no more smart meter surprises, period. Mandating that you have to have a meter that is hazardous to your health or they will shut off your power, to me, is incomprehensible and I believe unconstitutional. Other changes I will fight for is better accessibility to the commissioners. We really had a hard time trying to reach the commissioners to talk about the smart meter issue. I want to even include some public dialogue during public meetings. Another thing I want to work on is ensuring fiscal responsibility. They've really expanded their budget over the last few years, and I believe that they should look to tighten their budget before they pass on any new rate hikes to their customers. My core belief is that the duty of an elected official is to represent the people who voted him into office first and foremost. And that's why I'm working to be Lewis County's next PUD commissioner so that I can bring those values back to the board.
Good. Our fourth and final question is, we provided you with 18 issues that FPIW Action and FPIW work on throughout the year. Everything from individual freedom, environmental stewardship, legal immigration, quality education, and so forth. Any of those you want to make a comment on or have a discussion about?
All of them. Make this quick. Actually, I got introduced to you guys last year. I ran for the local school board, and you guys were kind enough to endorse me. And our values at that time, looking into who you were and whatnot, I realized how much your guys' policies and your values align with mine. There, like I said, I could talk about several of your different agendas you have going. The kids to me are the main policy. Our future depends on them, and without getting our education back in line, without getting the propaganda out of our schools and getting our focus back on just the basics of education, the math, the reading, the science, our country is in real trouble. And so I do so appreciate you guys for the effort you make to reach out to people and to inform people of what's going on and what other options are out there.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, Julie, thank you so much for spending some time with us. We appreciate your thoughtful answers and wish you much luck in the next few weeks as you continue with your campaign efforts. So thank you again for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me and for the opportunity to get my message out. I appreciate that. And again, I apologize for the mix up here on the last one. So
no worries. We're glad to have you. Well, I'm Brad Payne with FPIW Action.
And I'm Brian Noble with FPIW. A friendly reminder that nothing in this video is considered an endorsement of the candidate, nor the candidate's endorsement of FPIW, nor FPIW Action. Like we like to say around here is go love your neighbor by faithfully stewarding the public square. God bless.